Thank you, John. Good morning.
Good morning, Steve. Well, it's quite simple the way I see it. The U.S. needs to pull our boys out of this war and stop sending American sons to die for another country's war. If the president truly sees the protection of a democratic government in South Vietnam is in our country's best interest, then get our boys out of the front lines and assist the South from the rear. When our government calls off our involvement as that of military advisors, then they should be training the South Vietnamese to fight for themselves, not send our boys to fight for them.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, Charles. The simple way to put it is that in order to stop the spread of communism to the rest of Europe and Asia, then we have to stop the commies here and now at this key point. The only way to assure the safety of a democratic government in the South is to commit American power and troops onto the front lines and do it the right way. It's not simply a war for Vietnam, it's a war for safety, democracy, and freedom.
So how much longer do you plan to commit the majority of troops and resources to Vietnam? How many more American sons will die in a war that they don't believe in? How many more years will the war drag on, and how much more will it cost? I say tell the president that enough is enough and that it's time for our boys to come home.
The sacrifices that the U.S. make in this war are for the good of the world, and they benefit all. The communist Soviet Union is clearly backing the NVA for their own interests in spreading communism. So unless you want to be speaking Russian next year, then you'll keep our cards in Vietnam.